2, 1.
Private spaceflight company SpaceX successfully test-launched its crewless Starship 11 this week from a foggy Boca Chica, Texas. The test came to an abrupt end minutes later when the rocket appeared to explode on its way back down to Earth.
1 kilometer altitude.
SpaceX engineer John Insprucker was providing commentary at the time.
When we got to 10 kilometers, the entry, we had some nice views from the exterior camera showing the flaps were quiet as we descended, but then we had the camera freeze up as we got into the engine ignition sequence, and so we're going to have to find out from the team what happened.
Insprucker spoke over the final frozen image received from Starship 11, and he made it clear that the video feed would not return. Pieces of debris crashed as far as 8 kilometers from the landing site. Meanwhile, a U.S. congressional committee this week announced an investigation into safety requirements regulators say the company violated on a commercial launch in December. But there is good news from SpaceX. The company announced the final members of the crew it plans to send on what it calls the world's first all-civilian mission to space. The Inspiration 4 mission now includes an engineer and a teacher and is slated to launch no earlier than mid-September from NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida. SpaceX held a fundraising raffle to select the crew.
And there, the two one-year crew members, Scott Kelly and Mikhail Kornienko.
In other news, the journal Circulation published a report that says in space, your heart gets smaller. Astronaut Scott Kelly spent nearly a year on board the International Space Station from 2015 to 2016. In that time, his heart shrank by more than a quarter without the constant pull of gravity to make it work harder. The study compared Kelly's heart to that of famous distance swimmer Ben Lacombe and the parallels between weightlessness in space and swimming. Finally, this week, a comet-like light show across the Pacific Northwest of the United States. It's actually debris from a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket that this week delivered a batch of the company's Starlink satellites before burning up upon re-entering Earth's atmosphere. Arash Arabasadi, VOA News.